Aries, your week commencing the 28th of July forecast suggests a really constructive conversation is possible at the start of the week. Maybe someone you found a bit elusive could be more responsive to what you have to say. But if you do feel a bit unheard or unseen, particularly in a relationship, maybe at work, or your efforts don't seem to get the recognition they deserve, by Tuesday you may find a bit of niggle comes in because the moon applies to Mars, your ruler, but Mars and the moon apply back to Chiron in your sign in a 150-degree angle. This is known as an inconjunction or quincunx. It's a challenging one because Chiron in your sign is very much about what you need as an individual. It can be what you can give to others and how you can encourage people, certainly to manifest their talents. But the sixth house, where the moon and Mars is about the details. It's about being of service. It doesn't really mesh that well with individuality. That said, with Chiron going retrograde on Wednesday through to the 2nd of January in your sign, it just gives you a little bit of a reminder of what's been playing out in the sign of Aries over the last couple of years, because the North Node inversing through your sign before it went into Pisces, and also the eclipse series, they were asking you, along with Chiron, to celebrate your individuality. But because we've had Saturn come into the end of its grand cycle through the whole of the Zodiac, and for you, your 12th solar house, there may have been times when your confidence was actually quite low, particularly earlier this year, and especially to do with past issues, or where you feel perhaps lower in physical and emotional vitality. So Chiron retrograde gives you a chance through to the 2nd of January over these 4 months to keep working at any loose ends in terms of where you could value yourself more, where you can validate what makes you different. Chiron can be a superpower. It doesn't have to be only the part of our situations where we feel pain, but it's all about having the confidence to manifest what is uniquely you, which ordinarily would be right up your street. Why not go for it? Well, it's because of Saturn and Neptune being in your sign and in retrograde, slowing things down, asking you to focus on what's truly essential, but not necessarily giving you an awful lot of physical and emotional resources. So there is a sense that you're walking through a field of glue. But if you do feel there are some past hurts and pains, definitely look at them through these next 4 months. That said, Venus does move on Thursday into Cancer. When Venus does forge the alliance with Jupiter in the sign, which will be on the 12th of August, that can be one of the luckiest days of the year. And especially for anything to do with the family. So if you are planning some kind of get-together, celebration, reunion, that's a great time to think about it. But there is also the Mercury Kazimi, so also on Thursday. So Mercury Kazimis give us a great chance to think quickly, brightly, animatedly, particularly in the sign of Leo. But it may be that you have to be very nimble. Something could require you to flex and lean into a situation in a very rapid way. So if there is a position you've got, particularly around your social, romantic or creative strands, that you've set your heart on, just be aware a conversation can happen out of the blue, and it might not necessarily be what you had in mind, but it still could be something that creates excitement and does give you a window of opportunity. But you may have to seize the moment quickly, and with the retrograde, of course, there could be something you can't quite see, but your mental faculties, I feel, can be strengthened. So this is a week in summary where there can be some tender stuff, particularly around your value as an individual, maybe about your personal appearance, could be about relationships, but continue to try to think as positively as possible. Please visit me at my new website at patrickarundell.com. Sign up for your free daily horoscope fired to your device each morning. Download your free natal chart with a stunning interpretation, and also enjoy your 3 card tarot as much as you would like. PatrickArundell.com